And our first main topic today gets submitted to us by Max Zwach, who writes, "Hey, John. Like you, I was excited to finally see footage of Chloe Zhao's Eternals, and I really enjoyed the first teaser. I saw on Deadline today that this trailer reached 77 million views in the first 24 hours, which makes it the biggest trailer debut Marvel has had since the pandemic started 14 months ago. I was surprised to hear how big this was. Do you think Eternals could be a bigger box office hit than Black Widow or Shang-Chi?" All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, Max. And yeah, listen, Eternals has been one of these pictures that, look, everybody kind of overlooked it at first because nobody outside of the hardcore comic book fans even knows what Eternals are. And then they started announcing the cast. And you've got, Ned Stark's kids both showing up, his two eldest sons showing up in it. Obviously, Angelina Jolie popping up, the Gemma Chan in there. I mean, just Kumail Nanjiani. The cast started to come together and people started paying a little bit of attention to it. But still, it's a completely unknown commodity. Nobody's really talking about it. Then it comes to the forefront again. Chloe Zhao directs Nomadland, which is like one of the most beloved films of the year. It ultimately went on to win Best Picture at the Academy Awards 2021. And Chloe Zhao herself becomes the reigning, defending, undisputed Best Director in the world, at least right now, posed by the Directors Guild of America, because she won Best Director there, and at the Academy Awards, 2021 . So all of a sudden, people start thinking a little bit more about it. It puts Eternals more in the spotlight. We're having a Marvel Cinematic Universe film being directed, it's coming out with the reigning Director of the Year. Never been done before. And a lot of people got very excited about it. And I still think it was under a lot of people's radars. Mm-hmm. I still think, at least I still had this thought that most people still aren't really paying attention to Eternals. Nobody's really that keyed in by it, but that may not be the case. This comes to us from Deadline. The first online teaser trailer for the Marvel Cinematic Universe's third Phase 4 movie, Eternals, drew an almighty 77 million global viewers in its first 24 hours since dropping on Monday, per social analytics sources. That's the biggest online trailer drop for a Disney or a Marvel movie in the 14 months of the pandemic. It's a great sign for a film that is scheduled to open in theaters November 5th. Eternals bested the initial 24-hour traffic for Disney's Cruella trailer, which got 71 million. And remember, we made a big deal about that, following its February 17th drop, and Disney Plus's WandaVision, which was released following its airing on last September's primetime Emmys. Now, it should kind of be noted here that Falcon and Winter Soldier's trailer did have more views at 120 something million. However, those numbers included everybody who watched it during like one of the big NFL playoff games. So they say that doesn't really count. Mm-hmm. Just people who specifically and intentionally were like, I want to watch the Eternals trailer, click. Mm-hmm. If you had told me 2 days ago that the Eternals trailer was going to get more attention than WandaVision did, more online attention than Falcon and Winter Soldier did, more online attention than the Loki thing did, this Eternals thing that most people don't even know what it is, I would say you're crazy if you're going to tell me you got 77 million views. And yet here we are. It did. So it raises the question, how? How does this little title that nobody was paying attention to not too long ago, why does it suddenly garner all this attention and everybody who's tuning into it? So was it, A, is it just the cast? Or B, is it all this incredible attention that it got from Chloe Zhao and her last film, Nomadland, which is one of the best films I've seen in years? Is that what got everybody's? And if so, I mean, should we start paying more attention to how much attention just an individual director can bring to a movie like this? Because it's the basic operating theory has been, a director can make your movie better, but it's not going to get a lot more attention to your movie unless it's Quentin Tarantino or something like that, or Christopher Nolan. And along comes this. Aaron, first of all, what did you think about the trailer? Because you and I haven't had a chance to talk about the ad. But second, what is it about this project right now that is getting it this much attention that 77 million people tuned in to watch the trailer?
I know you're going to like throw a dart across the room and try to hit me in the forehead, but meh.
You're not alone. You're not alone.
I was
there's a bunch of
very
people, yeah.
underwhelmed with a trailer that I was very excited to see. And I think part of the reason why there is so much interest in this is because we've been talking about it forever. And Kamal Nanjiani has like posted his before and after photos of his body transformation. And oh my God, Angelina Jolie is coming back. And oh my God, Selma Hayek is in it. And oh my God, the Star Kids are like, it does have a great cast and it does have an amazing director. And so there's a lot of heat on this. And again, we've been talking about it for a really long time. So, when you talk about Christmas Day for 364 days, eventually when Christmas Day rolls around, there's some excitement. And then you get there and you go, oh, okay, well, all right, whatever. I am still holding out hope to be more excited, but I'm like a lot of other people where I'm not coming at it from the fandom perspective. I'm not totally familiar with the Eternals. I don't know the story inside and out. So for me, when I was watching the trailer, it was the opposite of what I saw from Old, which was a lot of CGI, a lot of action, a lot of cool shots, but not a lot of substance, not a lot of nothing that really brought me in per se. I just didn't feel terribly intrigued or excited about the movie. And so, yeah, I was a little meh about it. And I hate to say, I know that I'm sounding really pessimistic. And I understand that it's also a teaser. So that's the reason why it didn't have the full, hey, this is what you're going to get. So that's why I'm still holding out hope. I'm looking forward to seeing a full trailer and what they do with that. But I think that in my glass half empty side, when we talk about the number of people that are watching trailers, in the same way that there are entire rooms full of people writing, I love this product. This is great. I ordered this 5 stars, that give those like fake reviews for products online.
Right.
There's a part of me that just wonders, is there a massive warehouse somewhere with people just being like, watching the trailer over and over and over again to get the numbers up? I know that's totally pessimistic and conspiracy theory.
Well, also, YouTube wouldn't count those views. Yeah, like if you watch a video on YouTube 5 times from your computer, it'll only count as 1 view.
Okay. Well, what if there were a million, billion, trillion people in a warehouse and they each watch? No,
then it would have a million, billion, trillion views.
Forget it. Like I'm
very
just
expensive views.
No. So I will say this. I wasn't super excited about it, but I'm not going to totally say, oh, that sucks. I'm just, I'm kind of the same way about it as you were with Jungle Cruise.
You're not alone. There are a number of people who were like, I think a lot of people come to a Marvel trailer and they expect certain things. This one was a dramatic director coming and kind of teasing, this is a centuries spanning epic kind of tale about these. And you're right, it is just an initial trailer. But as far as we've been talking about it forever, we've been talking about Loki. They obviously the COVID thing paused it as well, and a lot of stuff like that. Loki's.
What are you thinking
character.
of?
Toki is a totally different character coming to the MCU soon. Toki. So
that's a South Park character.
That is a South Park character. So we've been talking about Loki for a very, very long time, and Loki is a massive popular character within the MCU, and its trailer didn't get the attention that it
I think also the difference, though, is you're talking about TV shows that are only accessible to people who are subscribers of Disney Plus. Whereas with Eternals, we're talking about a film that's going to be in theaters nationwide.
That's a good point.
So it has a much wider, it has much larger, the reach is greater. So for me, if I'm thinking of, okay, what are the movies coming out this summer? What am I looking forward to seeing? Eternals is a trailer I want to watch because that's a movie that let's say that I don't have a subscription to any streaming platform, or let's say that I have a subscription to one thing, but Disney Plus is not it. Well, I'm not going to have the Disney Plus shows on my radar. But a movie that I know is going to be in the theater down the street, that's something that I have that's accessible to me.
Right. That's a really good point. So the question is for you guys, what do you think about this? I'll be honest with you. I am personally actually pretty shocked by the numbers of this Eternals trailer, considering I thought it was still under most people's radars. What do you guys attribute it to? Jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Okay, guys.